Princess Katherine Elizabeth is cursed. Well, maybe. Since season 2 began back in June, Princess Katherine has had quite an eventful time on the Empires SMP, to say the least. If you recall Katherine's first episode on the server, you know that life has never been easy for Princess Katherine, even with the status of royalty. You see, Princess Katherine is actually hated by tons of her very own citizens because Katherine's birth was seen as a bad omen to her kingdom. But can we really blame the citizens of Glimmergrove for believing Katherine is cursed? Long before Princess Katherine was born, Glimmergrove was a large, prosperous land ruled by people who respected their monarchy. When Princess Katherine was born into the world as their heir to the throne, a celebration was held in her honor. However, on the day of the celebration, a powerful earthquake tore through the kingdom, killing many people, collapsing dozens of buildings, and leaving the land in ruins. On that day, half of the kingdom was plunged into an inescapable darkness. Dark patches of dead grass sprang up around the kingdom, from which came monsters who threatened the safety of the surviving villagers. Side note, I will say that while I don't think we should be treating Princess Katherine poorly for her alleged curse, we still can't just chalk up a magical earthquake days after her birth to a mere coincidence. Princess Katherine could very well be cursed, though it's probably not her fault. After the kingdom fell, the citizens of Glimmergrove constructed some small villages in the outskirts of their homeland, hoping to escape the curse of the kingdom they now called Glimmergrave. But Princess Katherine wouldn't stand on the sidelines and watch her kingdom crumble to dust. Although her parents know nothing about it, Katherine has made it her goal to bring back the light in her kingdom by slaying all the monsters of the night, rebuilding her empire, and clearing her name. So by day, Katherine pretends to be everything that her parents expect her to be, a princess. But by night, Katherine transforms into an axe-wielding, monster-slaying queen. The first time we see the princess unleash her powers, Katherine battled her way through a horde of pillagers who had taken a few fairies captive. In episode 4 of her series, Katherine created a monster hunter bounty board so that the other emperors can now commission Katherine to slay the beasts that no one else can. But it's all a secret. If Katherine's parents ever found out what she's been up to, she will be grounded, for sure. Katherine's first commission was to act as a bodyguard for her good friend, Whip the Cave Goblin, as the goblin plundered the treasures of an ancient city while avoiding fatal clutches of the warden. Let's just say that things did not go according to plan, and Katherine, Whip, and Sausage died plenty of times.
Ah! Hello? I made a hole! What?
Aside from her monster slaying, Katherine continued keeping her vow that she would help restore the kingdom of Glimmergrove by rebuilding. However, in episode 6 of her series, Princess noticed something a bit alarming going on when she constructed the new Glimmergrove castle. You see, after constructing most of the castle out of quartz, Katherine discovered that one side of the build had been corrupted by her touch. The princess discovered that one half of her kingdom was cursed with life-stealing magic. While Katherine was certain that this couldn't mean anything good, she decided that this was probably just a problem for another time. But she couldn't ignore her curse forever. Not long after, Princess Katherine declared a white stallion as her horse from the Glimmergrove stables, and she took the horse for a ride. On her way back to the castle, Princess Katherine was suddenly struck by lightning, causing her to black out. When she woke up, Katherine looked around for her horse, and she was shocked to discover that it had been transformed into a unicorn, one half living and one half skeleton. But this was probably just a coincidence, right? Finally deciding to confront her fears, Katherine enlisted the help of the Great Witch Shelby. After coming over to Glimmergrove, the witch splashed the deteriorating castle and cursed the unicorn with her magic potions, hoping to reverse the curse, all to no avail. Although she couldn't help her at the moment, Shelby promised Katherine that she would continue consulting her magical textbooks until she could find a fix for the curse.
That's okay. I'll keep trying to mix up potions that maybe can help grow the land back.
Yeah, but until then, everything's fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not
sure
cursed.
Meanwhile, Katherine definitely didn't stop her monster hunting exertions. In episode 8 of her series, she decided that she needed a secret place to prepare for her monster hunt. So she built a secret base beneath Glimmergrove Castle to satisfy all her monster hunting needs, split straight down the middle with a light versus dark aesthetic, as per Katherine's preferred look. Katherine also forged a mighty battle axe unlike any weapon she had ever wielded in the past, and it would go on to be her signature weapon for the season. The next time she donned her Monster Hunter persona, Katherine joined Mythical Sausage, Whip, and Shovel as they slew withers and gathered up nether stars to create some beacons. So, to say that Katherine had begun to gain quite the reputation. In her 10th episode, Princess Katherine built a museum to collect each of the mob heads she had collected over her career as a monster hunter, putting the complete might of the monster hunter on full display. So what do we make of all of this? Well, if it were just an earthquake on her day of celebration of birth and nothing else, I think it would be okay to just assume it was all a coincidence. But there was something more to the earthquake, something unnatural and magical. And as we have seen, Katherine has also been associated with a lot of imagery that involves light versus dark and death versus life. On the day of the earthquake, Glimmergrove was split into one side of the kingdom full of life and one side of the kingdom full of decay. Glimmergrove Castle is split right down the middle, with one bright side and one dark side. Katherine's unicorn is split straight down the middle, one side being alive and one side being undead. Katherine's base is black on one side and white on the other. But what could this all mean? Well, it's probably symbology for the fact that Katherine lives a double life. She's a princess who brings peace and prosperity during the day as she works to rebuild her kingdom from the ground up. This side of Katherine represents life, daylight, and hope. Then we have her alter ego, Monster Slayer Katherine, who wears all black and transforms at night, almost like a werewolf. This Katherine's duty is to slay the monsters that are dangerous to her kingdom that appeared after the Great Earthquake. This version of Katherine represents death, darkness, and justice. So in all, Katherine really represents both light and dark. Neither can exist without the other, and both light and dark serve very different but necessary purposes. If Katherine spent her entire time in the light rebuilding her kingdom, who would be around to stop the monsters from slaying the villagers in the night? If Katherine spent her entire time killing monsters at night, nobody would be around to rebuild the kingdom of Glimmergrove. That's Katherine's real curse. She's trapped between two jobs, both equally important to defending her people, unable to give all her time to either. And she must keep her Monster Slayer persona a secret on top of the burdens she already bears. Princess Katherine's life really is a tragedy, hated by her own people for a reason outside of her own control, while doing everything in her power to stop the spread of the curse. We don't really know what caused the curse now, or why it decided to target Katherine specifically, but we do know that the curse is only half of the story. Have you ever wondered where Princess Katherine's magic came from in the first place? Why does she transform at night? What if, maybe, just maybe, Katherine's curse was a trade-off to give her the superpowers she would need to defend her kingdom? Perhaps her parents made a deal with a witch or a wizard cursing the kingdom, and Princess Katherine, while also causing her to gain the strength it would need to defend the kingdom from a threat we know nothing about yet. But anyways, that's just my little theory. Thanks for watching. Bye!